Welcome back to the ETF Inspector. It's Thursday, September 18th, almost 4:30 in the afternoon, and this is our daily recap video for our 4 Roundhill weekly paying funds. The first 3 are 0DTE covered call strategies on the indexes, QDTE for the NASDAQ 100, XDTE for the S&P 500, and RDTE for the Russell 2000. The final is a Bitcoin covered call strategy ETF where they create a synthetic position in IBIT and then they sell calls off of it. Doesn't have to specifically be IBIT. There were others previous to IBIT, so they can move things around a little bit. But the stock ticker is YBTC. I'm on X at ETF_inspector1. I post the 0DTE trades each day. Generally, it's a little better looking than that. It looks more like this, but as you can see, I said I was on a roof today, so I wasn't near my computer. I don't just inspect ETFs, I check out roofs too. So, all right, let's take a look at how the market performed. Everything was up. Well, not everything, but almost everything was up today. Looking at S&P and small cap Russell closing at all-time highs day after the Fed rate cut. But NDX, which is the ticker for this NASDAQ 100 index, $24,454.90. That's up 0.95%. QDTE almost kept up 0.94%, so that's a great day for them. SPX for the S&P 500 up 0.48%. XDTE actually outperformed, up 0.57%. The Russell 2000 was up over 2.5%. RDTE was not able to keep up, only going up 1.57%. And then finally, YBTC, like we said, is off of IBIT. That was up 1.64%, while YBTC was up 1.41%. So that was a pretty good capture percentage. Next, we'll go ahead and take a look at today's trades. Today is X day, dividend X day. So yesterday was announcement day or declaration day. Today was X day, and tomorrow you will receive your payment, unless you're one of those with one of those few brokers that makes you wait till Monday. All right, QDTE sold 385 calls on the NDX with a strike of 24,420. That's not right. Hold on just a second. All right, sorry for the issue here. I don't know why that's not working. All right, what do we get? They sold 24,520 when I looked it up this morning. For some reason, let's just try to refresh this one more time and double check. There's a 918. Okay, this is going to make things a little bit better for us. Sorry for the delay. I already did all this, but okay, so that's going to actually change this number as well. So they sold 388 calls at 24,520. NDX closed at 24,454. That makes a lot more sense now. I was wondering why we had to pay so much to close out and still kept up, but we didn't. So that is $0 to settle, because the 24,520 strike price is above the closing price of 24,454. So nothing to settle it out. It's a full profit of $584,000. Not sure why that download kept messing up, but all right, when we look at our holdings, $952 million in assets under management, 26,310,000 outstanding shares, The NAV was 36.20 when the day started. Obviously, the underlyings go up by about 1%. Then your value is going to go up by roughly 1%. 1% would be about 36 cents, bringing you up to in the 36 high 50s. So ballpark figures, we're in the right area. From yesterday, we did see an increase, 10 more contracts purchased at this long-dated, deep-in-the-money call. We did get the announcement yesterday of just over 20 cents. That'll get paid out on Friday. I did not update my dates yet, but I'm not going to waste more time in the video doing that. Obviously, next declaration date is not yesterday. It is next Wednesday. All right, next we go to XDTE. Let's make sure, okay, 918, so that one was correct. They sold 627 calls on the SPX with a strike price of $66.45. I should say they collected $4.28 per share, or 268,000. SPX closed at 66.31. That's below the 66.45. It doesn't cost anything to settle out, and that makes this trading week 4 for 4 as far as getting to keep all the premium, making it profitable days. We did have somebody, let me back up, somebody asked in the comments to total them as we go. I always total it on Friday, but so far for the week, $1.3 million credit or to the positive for NDX. And $926,000, so just under $1 million credit on XDTE. First one was QDTE, sorry. All right, when we look at our holdings, $411 million in assets under management. We did have people sell out of the fund yesterday, 110,000 share drop from the outstanding shares, bringing it down to 9,355,000. There was also a change in the holdings. They closed out, so they would have sold 11 of these contracts that are expiring tomorrow at this point. So between today and tomorrow, they're going to close out the rest of them. We just under 21 cents is what we're getting paid tomorrow, so long as you held it today and had purchased it prior to today. And then we've got RDTE. They sold 651 calls on RUT, expiring today. Strike price of $24.40, collecting $4.19 per share premium, or $272,000. The Russell 2000 closed at $24.6770. That is $27.70 above that sold strike price. So that's what they're going to have to pay to settle those out, which is $1.8 million. They do obviously get to take away. They already collected the $272,000. So when you total them up, it counts as a loss of $1.5 million on the day. That's going to take their week negative by $324,000. All right, when we look at the holdings, $154 million in assets under management, $4,610,000. 22, just over 22.5 cents was declared yesterday. X today, paying out tomorrow. No changes in the holdings. Again, we're going to see all these, the top line on all three, get closed out. Either it happened already today or it's going to happen tomorrow. And finally, YBTC. All right, they are on a slightly different time frame. So today was payday for them, as you saw on the thumbnail. Right, they declare on Tuesdays, go X on Wednesdays, and pay on Thursdays. They had a great day as well. A little bit different, right? They don't sell a 0 DTE call. They create a synthetic, so they've got 51,321 contracts of IBIT. Basically, this is like simulating having the shares at $66.70. That's because they bought a call and sold a put. So this will obviously go down in value if IBIT goes down, and it will go up in value if IBIT goes up. So yesterday's down day took them below that strike making it to where their synthetic was worth about a negative 2.4 million. However, today's increase brought them back above that. So once the all these numbers come off of the holdings download. This isn't like stuff that I'm able to look up. As you can see, you and I don't really have access to $66.70 IBIT options, so that's a flex option. So we'll find out the price of them and the value of them later on tonight, but we will know that that flipped positive. They have calls sold expiring tomorrow at $67.84. They are still 1.6% out of the money, so this is a good scenario for us for IBIT to go up above our synthetic price and below our sold calls. Then we kind of get to keep all the money from the sold calls as well as increase in value. It's kind of a win-win. We all got 39.5 cents per share. If you are in YBTC with me, next declaration day is next Tuesday, the 23rd. There's $334 million in assets under management and 7,260,000 outstanding shares. Just in case you're interested, kind of working on my WPay. So Roundhill's always got a week delay, but I was just taking a look at what they would have received this week from all these holdings, and it comes out to roughly 72 cents per share, but that wouldn't be next week's payout. It'd be the one after that. So obviously they're going to change it and take into account, it'll base on what the outstanding shares are at the time that they pay it, but as of this week, what they received divides out to about 72 cents a share. And when I did that the first go round, back when they created the fund, it came out to like 51 cents a share, and they paid like 53 or 54. So this seems to be a pretty close little calculating strategy. All right, that's all I have for you. Thank you for watching. Good luck trading tomorrow. Catch you in the next video.